The Toronto Raptors are the NBA's biggest mystery. I mean, on one hand, they were one of the worst teams last year. They just got the ninth overall pick and drafted a undersized big man out of South Carolina. On the other hand, they added a lot of great pieces to this team, like Brandon Ingram, who, even though they got him at the NBA trade deadline, they got him. He has not played a single game in the NBA so far. Now, this team could be pretty good, could be a playoff team, play-in team with the weak East this year, or they could be the complete opposite and finish one of the worst teams in the entire league. But there's one player on this team I think that most people are ignoring, so let's get into it. Now, if you don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about Jakobe Walter of the Toronto Raptors. But before we get into why he's going to be one of the better young players this year, I'm going to give you some background information just in case you don't know him. So basically, back in 2023, Jakobe Walter was a top high school recruit, considered to be a lottery to top 10 pick in the NBA draft. Once he got to college, he carried that on, and he was so good to begin his freshman season. Some people were saying that he could potentially be a top 5 pick, which is astounding. Now, as the season went on, there were some injury, efficiency, and inconsistency in his game that made him slide down a lot of spots. But he was still considered maybe a top 15 guy, top 16 guy. He was okay at the draft combine, and then the actual draft comes around. A lot of picks go by, including Zachary Risache at 1, Alex R at 2, Recep at 3. You probably know the rest of them. But with the 19th overall pick, the Toronto Raptors selected Jakobe Walter, a 6'5 guard out of Baylor. And in his rookie year, he showed some promise, even hitting a game winner. Now, if that's not a crazy for the 19th overall pick in just his rookie year, you gotta think how much better he can get. Let's get into his game. First of all, we're gonna break down his offensive game. Now, he is very shifty, can definitely play the ISO, could definitely get his teammates open. Not the greatest passer, he's not gonna pass the ball a lot compared to scoring, but he can still pass the ball. Now, if we look out over at his stats of his rookie year, he averaged 8.5 points, 1.5 assists, which are pretty decent for a rookie. I mean, 8.5 points is pretty good for the 19th overall pick, especially on a roster like this. I mean, they weren't great, but they still had lots of depth. But then you also have 40% from the field and 35% from 3, which 40% doesn't seem the greatest, but 35% from 3 is pretty good for a rookie. I mean, not everyone's Keegan Murray back in his rookie, but he's just a well-rounded offensive player, and honestly, I can see his offense taking another leap and another leap throughout his next couple of years. Now we're going to break down his defensive game. So now, if you look at the stats, he averaged about 3 rebounds and 1 steal, which don't really jump out at you with that much. But if you really watch his game and you just look at his game, it goes way past the stats. I mean, he can lock down one of the other team's best players, specifically guards. Can't really guard the big that much, as he did only average 0.2 blocks, but he's a really good defender. Can stop one of the other team's best guards, can really slow them down, and he's just pretty much a dog on defense. He'll be out there and hustle on D. He'll get those boards sometimes. And overall, he was just a pretty decent defender on the court. Not the best, but for the 19th overall pick, that's pretty good value. Now, for this upcoming season, Jakobe Walter's sophomore year, I'm going to predict what he will average. So now my predictions are 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, 48% from the field, and 39% from the 3. Definitely has the potential to be better than most of the guys on this team, I think. Definitely, in my opinion. Now, if you made it this far, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe because we are on our road to 100 subs. Just thanks for watching, and I'll see you.